Hey everyone, so this is Catfish Season 7, Episode 1, titled Shekila and Talli. So Shekila is the person that is going over to see the person that they've been talking to. Talli is the hopeful. Um, but this is where it kind of starts to differ. The initial email that they receive is from a 7-year-old kid named Levante, who is writing into Catfish on behalf of his mom. So we've seen episodes before where the loved one of the catfishy is writing in for their is writing in for the catfishy that the person who's been catfished, essentially. Um, so he explains that in she's been in a relationship for a while, um, and he wanted to see the guy she's been talking to. But then, and that's when she got all weird and how she was like, well, you can't see him. She revealed to him that she actually hasn't met him. Like, she hasn't video chatted him, hasn't met him. And Levante actually hasn't seen the profile of Talli. So, I just wanna like say that before I even watched this episode last night or this morning, or not this morning, just now when I just finished watching this episode just now, I had seen on I can't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook. I think it was Facebook. But I think I've seen the clip on or Instagram as well because I follow Catfish on Instagram. But either way, I saw it on one of these two places, and this was like Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it wasn't yesterday, but it was like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. And so basically, I um I watched this clip where they showed part of the episode where she was revealing to Neve that she has been talking to to Talli via a fake profile, and I knew I knew at that moment that I wasn't gonna give two shits about her for the entire episode, and that's basic what happened. And it starts when, like, um, after the Skype call. In the Skype call, there's not really much revealed except that she was talking to him for like a year. And he supposedly moved from St. Louis to Texas and all that. So they get to Shekila's house, um, and we find out he only moved to Texas like 6 weeks prior to this. This episode being taped and all that, but she doesn't know where in Texas. Okay, girl. Anyway, so then we get the whole scene where she's like, "Oh, I've been using a fake profile to talk to Callie or Talli. I keep saying Callie. Um, anyway, so she made it to spy on one of her ex-boyfriends at the time she was dating at the time. So they go back to the living room, tell Max and Levante what's going on, and she's like, "Well, I've been," or Levante was asking if she's been catfishing him. She's like, "Well, kind of, sorta." No, you weren't kind of, sorta catfishing his ass. You were catfishing him. I mean, that's one of the definitions of being a catfish. You're deliberately putting up a false pretense to spy on somebody. That's one of the definitions of a catfish that Neve explains in like one of his other videos or other episodes. Like, he devoted a whole episode to breaking down different types of catfishes, and that's one of them. So don't come up in here saying, "Oh, I kind of sort of did it." So don't fucking sit up in here. Like, so no, you actually did it. You actually did it. Don't sit up in here and try to act all righteous and shit just because you think you're hot fucking shit. Like, no, you're not. Don't fucking try to downplay what you're doing because you think that you're this ultimate catch. Fuck that shit. No. So we find out she used this name Carrie Taylor, and that she's been using a different voice. We've seen that too, where people have used different voices to catfish the people that they're catfishing. Um, so Neve asks if Talli looks different than what he has shown her, if she would accept him, and she flat out says, hell nah, and I'm just like, what? What? How? Like and I knew my instinct about her not giving a shit about her this entire episode was gonna be fucking true. I knew it was gonna be fucking true. Like I knew it was gonna be fucking true. I knew it was gonna be true. Like I knew it was gonna give a flipping shit about her. Like I wasn't gonna care a grain of salt about her because like she. I literally had to stop the episode several times and breathe deeply several times too because at one point I wanted to throw my phone against the wall and I'll tell you which scene it was that made me want to do it because I think it's coming up. But anyway, and I'm just like so she's like she goes on to say she never dated a bad looking dude and most likely won't accept him if he looks beat the hell up or something and the kicker is she expects him to accept her no matter what after she reveals that she catfished him. I'm just like, ooh, sweet Jesus, like please. I wanted to strangle her so bad because I was like, girl, what the hell is going on with you? Like, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. People can have all the sexual and relationship preferences they fucking want. That's what makes, I mean, that's what humans do. That's what humans do. They have a preference. There's no way, I believe there's no way around that. I truly believe that. There's no way around having a sexual or relationship preference. There's no, I just believe that's just something that is no way around. But the moment you say shit like this, where it's like, well, I'm not gonna accept them, but they're gonna have to accept me type of shit, is it annoys the hell out of me. It annoys the ever loving hell out of me. And that basically negates everything. It really just, oh my god, I could not. And I could not with this. I just could not with her this entire episode. So they leave her house. They go start investigating, and so they look at the profile that that they have that she provided, and so they notice he has a lot of lady friends. He also noticed that whenever like his birthday comes out or like the day of his birthday, people were posting happy birthday so and so, and on his timeline, and they did that. They saw that twice, and each time there was a different name associated with that birthday post, and so whenever they scrolled over uh, name of the person who the name of the person being shouted out for the birthday came back to Talli as his profile. So one of the names used was Donnell and the other was Darius. So they searched Talli and found a second profile with the same name and looked through it. So second profile has no pictures, and a person on the who posted on the timeline seems like they're really good friends of this other profile. So they contact her, and she calls them back a few minutes later. Her name is Yaya. So she says she grew up with Talli. His real name is Dartalius. She told she is told about the second profile. She realizes he has been in and out of prison, and that when he got out one time, he may have forgotten his login info and made a second page. So they searched Artalius and Yahoo or Google or whatever, and they wonder if he is in charge of the second profile. So Nee then is seen talking to Laura, and he explains the situation to her, and she suggests that they don't tell Talli until after he agrees to meet them, and they are whether he is, like, basically meaning telling him of, how Carrie really isn't Carrie and she's actually Shekila. So Neve and Max go back to Shekila's place, tell her and Levante what they found, and so they basically ask her, well, if he's lying about what he looks like in his name, if she could forgive him since it would cancel out her lying. She's like, no. She wouldn't accept him if he's the same guy but just not in Texas. I'm just like, again, girl, how the fuck does that shit compute? The mental gymnastics you have to go through to justify that shit is baffling. It's fucking baffling to me. And I'm just like, it really is fucking baffling to me. Anyway, so long story short, Neve calls Talli. He asks about the name changes, and he says his ex hacked his profile several times and did weird things to it. He also asks about his time in prison, says he doesn't want to talk about it. Talli agrees to meet with Carrie and says he's outside of San Antonio. So when they hang up, Neve, Max, and Shekila make plans to fly out there. So on the way back to their hotel, Neve tells Max that when he was talking to Talli, something just felt off about the whole thing. So, like, it didn't feel like too good to be true, but still something felt off. And so, and it just sounded off, like, because the way he was acting all gentlemanly or gentleman-like. So then they make it to the hotel, and outside of the hotel, the real Talli, or Dark Talli, is sitting there waiting for them. And he comes up to them and tells them that he wasn't talking to Neve just 10 minutes beforehand. He's never heard of Carrie. He's never, he doesn't know anything about this other profile. And he's like, well, a close friend of mine told me about everything, and that's why I came over. And it's probably, but I don't quite understand how he got to he knew where the hotel was. If Yaya told him about it. So anyway, so they tell him for the last year, a second profile that has been using his pictures has been talking to her. So they ask him to bring the profile that he uses, and then show him the profile that Carrie or Shekila's been talking to. So inside the hotel, once Artalius actually leaves, they call Shekila to fill her in. The next day, they make their way to San Antonio, then to the fake Talli's place. Once at the house, Neve knocks on the door, and we find out that they know each other. And apparently his name is Terrence, and he did it about 10 to 11 years ago. And so she's upset, saying, I can't believe it's you catfished me. And Neve's like, well, you catfished him too, so why are you this upset? Like, why are you this upset? You catfished him too. Like, and she's like, well, still, like, girl, like, that was when I just about threw my phone at the wall, because I was like, girl, I can't be bothered with you anymore. Like, stop, please. You're not helping yourself whatsoever. Like, we found out that apparently, like, while they were dating, he had cheated and had 4 kids, with several different women, and that's why they broke up. Apparently one of his friends made a profile first and started using it, and then he has been using it for the past year and a half. I really don't care about I didn't care about the talk. So the next day, because I mean, all I wrote was that the next day they go back to Terrence's house and talk, and that was it. Because I didn't really care. Like, I was so over it, but I was pretty much mentally checked out by the time that it was revealed that she had dated him 10 years ago. So I was pretty much mentally checked out by that point. So 2 months later, Shekila has kept in touch with Terrence, and he plans on coming to St. Louis in December. I assume last, like, last month sometime. Anyway, uh, I knew I wasn't gonna give two shits about her. I knew I wasn't going to, because I was just like, this chick is. I mean, as soon as I saw that clip about her telling me about the fake profile and her using it and all that shit, I just knew I wasn't gonna give two shits about it, about her. I knew I wasn't going to this entire episode, and I mean, I'm glad I listened to it, because I was just like, I really don't care about her or her bullshit or her mental gymnastics that she wants to use to justify her bullshit. I really don't care. I really, really don't care. Uh, I just, okay, so I'm just gonna go to the clip of next week. Uh, this woman this woman's friend, who, her friend's name is Mary. Mary urges this woman to go to start using this dating app named Moco Space, where she meets this guy named Tyler. It looks like, based off of what, in the clip, they find out something that sounds like, because she says something along the lines of, how can you do this to somebody, or something like that. So it sounds like, and that was before they, go to meet this dude, or meet the catfisher or whatever. And when they show a little of her actually seeing the catfisher walk up, and she's crying and all that, and it makes me think that Mary is the one catfishing her. um, and just use Tyler's page or whatever, or this dude's pictures, to do it. Um, so so yeah. So that's what my prediction for next week is, that her friend Mary is catfishing her and is in love with her, because we've also seen that where, a friend has been catfishing the catfishee, and because they were in love with her, or in love with the person they're catfishing. So there's that. So that's really all I have for this episode. So I will see you guys next week, and that's it.